So in this video I'm doing some fall fishing. As you can see by the date stamp, it is October 17th, 2016. And the fish are feeding on shad here at this reservoir this time of year. So I decided to throw a 4-inch swim bait. I'm using a 4-inch Sassy Shad swim bait on, I believe, a 1/4 ounce or 3/8 ounce jig head. This bait almost perfectly matches these shad that are down here in the spillway. They're about 3 to 4 inches long, maybe probably 4 inches. And this is a pretty good bass I caught here. It's getting away this one. It's one of the bigger ones I've caught down here this year. So we'll get a weight on this fish. See what it's gonna come in at. Probably between 3 or 4 pounds. And it's looking like 3.6, 3.5. Kind of bouncing between 3.5 and 3.6. So it's like a 3.5 pounder. Solid chunky fish. Got a measurement, it was 18.5 inches. Pretty good fish here. Let her go, and she scoots on out of here. So there's a mink over there on the other bank, and I believe it's fishing too. Doesn't look like it caught anything that time. See if it goes back in. I don't know that you can see it very good on the camera. I don't have a zoom on this camera, so I can't zoom it in. Oh, there goes the fish there. He went back in after him. And he's chasing him. Spooked him right there. He might have got one. Comes back out. Yep, he caught one. I don't know if he got a shad or a sunfish, but he got something. I'm not the only one fishing down here today, and we're both having luck. Hooked up with another bass here on the 4-inch swim bait. Pulling pretty good. Using some spinning gear today, just a little easier to throw with. And we got another little chunk. This one's not as big as the last one, but chunky bass. These fish are just gorging on these shad down here right now. And they are getting fat. Switched over to a different spillway that's got some pike in it. And so I put on a still leader, just a short one, just to make sure if they swallowed the bait, they wouldn't snap my line off so easy. And we're hooked up with a pretty decent pike. This fish hit it right at the bank, probably 2 feet off the bank. And on the spinning gear, these pike are a handful. Getting them pretty wore out here, I think. Gotta make sure that drag's loose enough where if they take off, they're not gonna snap you off. This fish is pretty well done, I think. Or maybe not. He's still fighting pretty good, but should be getting it wore out here pretty quick. Just clobbered that swim bait. Got the fish grippers out. Let's see if we can get this fish landed. Maybe get a measurement. Just fight me. And try and get him hooked up here. And he's not having any of it. He takes off again on me. But it's getting pretty tired. Shouldn't be long. We'll have this fish landed. And we got him. Got him hooked on with the fish gripper. There's that swim bait in his mouth there. Had him hooked perfectly. Wouldn't have really needed the still leader the way he had it, but better safe than sorry. Go look at this fish here. Decent northern. Not a monster, but a pretty good one. Fish down here need to be 30 inches to keep. Not that I'm going to keep any, but this one looks to be a little bit short. And he also looks to have been caught before. There's a hook down in his throat. Try and get it out for him, but my pliers are just a little too short, and I don't really trust him to stick my fingers in his mouth, so try and cut the line off a little shorter here for it. But I don't want to hurt him, so I ended up just leaving it in there. Pretty decent northern pike here. And quick measurement here on him. If I can find my tape measure. This fish is going to come in at 28¼ inches. A little bit over 28¼ but not a monster pike, but not a small one either. Well, they put up a good fight. They're fun to catch. Not always so fun to deal with after you catch them, but they get some sharp teeth. Hooked up with another pike, and I'm fighting it, and it just comes off for some reason. I'm not sure what happened there. Now I'm hooked up with another one, just a real small pike, and that one gets off too. I go out up on the main lake, and it's really windy. Couldn't fish off the dam, the wind was just blowing too hard, and so I came back up in this cove and was just casting off the top of the dike here, and hooked up with this white bass right away. White bass are schooling fish normally, but I fished around here after I caught this one for a while and wasn't able to hook up with any more. So it's just a loner fish, I guess. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one.